there's they're always being attacked by number two. And so basically, the number two attacks number one, and if number two wins, he kills number one, takes his headband, and becomes number one. Then whoever's number two, like everyone else in the world that thinks himself a warrior, tries killing number two, and the number two has to kill them until whoever the winner is, and that's just a way of proving who's the best. So basically, everyone wants to become number two, so they can then become number one. And once you're number one, you're basically the god. You're the best warrior in the world. Until someone else kills you. But anyways, his daddy's number one. And then number two comes along, and he's just like messed up vile, like this guy that's like soaked in toxic waste. And he's like one of those gunslinger cowboys. He has two revolvers and the cowboy outfit. He kills his daddy, chops off his head, and then he takes the headband and then just leaves the number two headband. And the kid takes that. Eventually, it's about this kid trying to get revenge for his daddy, Afro Samurai. And he becomes number one. At least that's what his goal is. And only 5 episodes long. It's pretty good. Samuel L. Jackson's the main character, but the problem I have with it is that he hardly ever talks, and he's normal. Samuel L. Jackson also plays his imaginary friend, basically, which is like just his like subconscious talking to him. That's like the comical, like, hey dude, that that nigger over there is going to blow your brains out. Don't fight him. The comical kind of relief dude. That's like telling him what he should do. And that's where you hear most of Samuel L. Jackson talking. But that character himself is probably the part of the anime you didn't need at all. You could throw it away and it'd still be a good show, and maybe even better. Just sad because that's where most of the dialogue's coming from Samuel L. Jackson. He's pretty cool. That's the biggest problem with the anime and it's not even bad, just that it's so frequent, and then it's kind of annoying. Like every scene, you have them just blabbering about something, while you have the main character who's like super silent, never talks, like Master Chief. He only talks once in a while, very rarely. It's good though. And there's actually a movie, which I don't know if it's if it's like after. Anyways, it was pretty good though. It wasn't bad. Started off strong though. It just kind of got lamer as it went on, just like all anime, almost all anime.
Yeah.
I'm talkative right now.
Good. But
I've been watching a lot of anime. Been watching lots of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. It's good. More than halfway through it. It's gonna be sad when it's gone. It's good.
Gonna.
Oh, there's one anime you probably should watch. It's called Ping Pong the Animation. About this dude plays ping pong. He's your nerdy, quiet type. It's kind of like a robot. Then he has his friend that's also really good, but not as good as him. But it starts off where his friend is better than him, or at least the show makes you think that. But it turns out he was just holding back the entire time. But the reason why it's so good, because it's art style. It's kind of realistic, and like the depiction of the characters, they look kind of Asian and kind of ugly. But then the art style itself though looks so crappy. But it's not bad. It just purposely made it look like crap in a way. Like I'll send you a link. It's a highly rated anime. It's good. I've been liking it. I don't think it's very long either. It's very psychological, and it's about like the psychology behind being like an athlete, like being like really really good, and like choosing to like not wanting to have someone else who's like practiced all this time trying to become like really good and like redeem themselves. Because there's a Chinese guy in this show. This takes place in Japan. But there's this Chinese foreign exchange student basically. Like he was like a really good ping pong player in China, and then that's a huge thing in China and pretty big in Japan. But he messes up like this match, like a really big like huge match, like for like that, like millions of people watching, or hundreds of thousands. A huge, big. It's like a Super Bowl for like ping pong. He messes it up, so he tries redeeming himself by going to Japan and like rising up and like becoming the champion in Japan, so he can go back to China or like face off against China and then redeem himself, proving he's good. But it's his like only chance. He messes up then. He's just going to be like the worst. He's going to just disappear into ping pong nothingness. So you have the main character, right? And it's like he's really good, but he doesn't give two hoots about winning really. He just likes having fun. And like he doesn't want to like break people's hearts who've been like that it's more important to them to win than it is for him. So like anyway, it's very psychological. And that's why I like it. I don't like sports, but ping pong it's a little bit different because it's all about the psychology and stuff, and not just I want to win the thing.
Yeah.
But it's the art style, but great. Normally I would skip right over it, but gave it a chance and I like it. Kind of reminds me of like animation domination style of like art and animation.
Oh. Okay.
And you click that and like scroll down until you see the episodes. You can kind of see like the art.
Uh. Loading. Oh, I see what you mean. Huh, it does.
It's like it's high quality in a way. It's like made by experts. People are good at but the style of it looks so crappy. It's also really realistic. The characters look uglier and they look more Asian. They're not like really pretty and like emotional looking, huge eyes and cool haircuts, and like normally in anime every character is pretty perfect. Maybe like one fat old grandma or something's in the show. This
Okay.
one feels more realistic in a way. And it's not even that old. It was made in 2014. Thought it'd be like 2001. Nope.
Nope.
Really, I can't find the original Full Metal Alchemist. It's not on Funimation or Crunchyroll. Maybe Netflix, but even that's kind of a stretch. You can find Brotherhood, but original. You have to go to other sites, the legal sites, to get it. One of those weird things about anime, sometimes there's like really popular anime or like really famous ones that aren't on the two biggest anime sites. Like pretty much the only two legit ones there are. So if they don't have them, like what do? You can either buy the CDs, the Blu-rays and stuff, which cost like $400 or $100, which is ridiculously high priced for like a couple episodes, or you could just go to those free sites and watch them. What? They don't have a. Of course, they don't have Evangelion.
Meh.
Another thing that bothers me is like freaking Funimation. Like they'll have like the if you type in like the anime and you click on it, they'll have it, but then they don't actually have the episodes. They just have like a bio of it. Just wanting to watch the original Evangelion. Whatever.
Bah.
Tummy hurts. When's the last day of your work?
Tonight. It's 6 in the morning, so yeah, tonight. One more. We're almost out of here.
I've been watching some anime, but I've been rating them on my anime list website, where like you put all the anime you watched on it and you rate them. I'm fine. See, that's one of the problems. You see, when you're rating something, it's really rare you find anime that are worse than a 5. Like you almost never rate 1 through 4. Even 5 and 6 are pretty rare. Like almost all anime are gonna be 7 or 8, 6, 7 or 8. You find some might be 9, but like maybe 1 or 2 you ever watch might be a 10. Almost all of them are like 6, 7, 8, and it's really hard trying to rate them all because like you don't use half the scale. Like it's so rare that you find an awful one. I mean, when you do, it's like one every 20 anime might be completely awful. And so yeah, maybe you have a couple that rate like a 4. But then it's just like it's a bad scale. I don't like the 1 through 10 scale, where like 5 is like kind of bad and 6 is like average-ish, So you just don't use anything. You need a better scale, like a 1 through 7 scale, where like 3 or like 2 is average and like 1 is bad. 0 is... Anyways. Makes it difficult. It's really hard trying to rate anime in such a... and it's not enough. Really. I don't like rating every anime I've ever watched a 7, but you kind of have to. It's like 7, 7, 7, 7, and then okay, maybe an 8 or a 6. And this is kind of my style too, though. Like, I don't give out 8 or 9s like ever. I'm really picky about that. No, pretty much all 6s and 7s. And it's not easy rating tons and tons of shows like that. Their problem too. I don't like these sites or whatever. You rate them. You rate the show, and then the show has an overall rating of everyone on that site that rated it. And you find that like even like awful shows have high ratings, just because like the way rating works, and people have bad taste. You find that people that rate them normally love them, and when they love them, they give them a 10, even though they should be giving them like a lower score. Like even if a show makes you enjoy it and you think it's a great show to watch and it's fun, doesn't mean you should give it a high score. There's certain things about it that make it good, and make it bad. I don't know. You just don't find people that rate honestly.
Rape.
Maybe